Hi doctors, how are you? Happy Friday, nice to see everybody. Happy it's the weekend? Oh, me too. Okay, let's start. So today the topic of the class is all about work. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we're going to start with some vocabulary. All right, which I have prepared here. All right. Now, ignore this. This is not important. That's the next part. Have a look at this vocabulary. All right. I'm going to read through the vocabulary first. Part-time, apply, training course, employee, temporary, qualifications, employer, overtime, experience, working hours, resign, permanent, self-employed, full-time, retire, and contract. Okay, so very simple. There are 16 words here, all vocabulary related to work. I'm going to read the definitions for 10 of these words. Very simple. Listen, and can you write which of the vocabulary words you think it is? Okay, are you ready? Right, so number 1, a written legal document. A written legal document. Number 2, the knowledge you get from doing a job. The knowledge you get from doing a job. Number 3, a series of lessons or classes to learn to do a job. A series of lessons or classes to learn to do a job. Number 4, the time you spend doing a job. The time you spend doing a job. Number 5, working for yourself, not a company. Working for yourself, not a company. Number 6, to stop working when you reach a specific age. For example, 65. So to stop working when you reach a specific age, for example, 65. Number 7, left a job because you wanted to. So leave a job because you want to leave. Number 8, lasting for a short time. Lasting for a short time. Number 9, for only part of the day or the week. Only part of the day or the week. And number 10, exams you have passed or courses you have done. So exams you have passed or courses you have done. All right, do you have one for each of the sentences? Then let's check our answers. So, number 1, a written legal document is, of course, a contract. Yes, a contract between you and the person you work for. Number 2, the knowledge you get from doing a job, experience. Good. Number 3, a series of lessons to learn to do a job is a training course. Number 4, the time you spend doing a job are your working hours. Number 5, working for yourself, not for a company, is self-employed. Number 6, are we on? Yeah, number 6, to stop working when you reach a specific age, so usually like 60, 65, is retire. Where is retire? Here. Okay. The next one then, leave a job because you wanted to, is resign. Okay, so if you resign, it's because you want to finish your job and do something different. Number 8 then, lasting for a short time is temporary. Very good. Number 9, only for a part of the day or the week. Part-time. Very good. And finally, exams that you've passed or courses that you've done. Very good. That is qualifications. Okay, fairly simple. Good. So let's look at the other vocabulary words on here. All right. So the first one, apply. To apply is when you want a job, you complete an application form and give it to the company. You apply for a job. Okay. The next one, employee. Now we have two very similar here, employee and employer. E and The employer is the person who gives you the job. The employee is the person who does the job. For example, in our academy, the employer is Will and the employee is me. Okay, so the employer is the boss. The employee, we are the minions. Okay? The next one then, permanent. What's the opposite of permanent here? Temporary. Good. So a temporary contract for a short time, permanent for life. Full-time, what's the opposite? Part-time. Very good. So full-time in England is usually 35 or 40 hours, full-time. And the final one is overtime. Now, overtime is work you do more than your normal working hours. For example, if your working hours are 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but you continue working to 8 o'clock, from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock is overtime. You often receive more money for overtime because it's more hours than in your contract. Okay? Fairly simple? Good. So, the next part, I'm going to read 2 descriptions of jobs. Okay? Very simple. Listen, and can you decide which job am I talking about? All right? So, number 1, are you ready? I only work part-time, 4 mornings a week. And I sometimes do overtime on a Saturday morning. I don't earn a big salary. It's a temporary job and I only have a 6-month contract at the moment. But the working hours suit me as I have very young children. When they go to school, I would like to find a permanent job and work full-time. What I like most about my job is working in complete silence. The only noise you can hear is of people turning pages and whispering. Okay, do you have any ideas? Have a think. And number 2 then. I did a 6-month training course at technical college to get my qualifications. And then I worked for a local company to get some experience. I worked long hours for a low salary, and so I resigned last year and became self-employed. I prefer working for myself, and I don't work regular hours. Sometimes people call me in the middle of the night. But you can earn a lot of money in this job, especially in the winter. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to retire when I'm 60. So do you have any ideas for each of those jobs? Well, number 1 was a librarian, so a person who works in a library. And the second one was a plumber. Now, a plumber is the person who comes to fix your pipes and your tubes when you have a problem. Okay? Now, with different jobs, okay, now we can look at the second part. Okay? With jobs, the most common suffixes for jobs are or, ist, ian, and then the others. Okay? So let's have a look. The first one I said librarian. Which category do we put librarian in? Good, Ian. Librarian. All right. What about plumber? Plumber. Good. This one's here. Now, can you think of any other jobs which have these suffixes? What do you think? Okay. Well, I'm going to read some out and we're going to put them into the correct column. So the first one, actor. Actor. Good, goes with O-R, not E-R. Accountant. Accountant. Yeah, that's with others. Remember, an accountant is a person who does the money for you. The next one then, lawyer. A lawyer. If you commit a crime and the police arrest you, you have to call a lawyer to help you. And lawyer goes with E-R. Very good. Lawyer. The next one, scientist. Scientist. Good. Scientist. Okay, what about chef? A cook, a chef. Yeah, obviously with others. Very good. The next one, electrician. Electrician. Yes, the same as librarian. Electrician. Very good. Next then, conductor. Conductor. With O-R. Good. So, conductor is not a person who drives cars, okay? A conductor is the person at the front of an orchestra who gives the instructions and does this a lot. Like this. Okay, a conductor. What about the final one then? Psychologist. Psychologist. Good. Is. Psychologist. Perfect. All right, so very quickly, let's look at the pronunciation of these jobs. Are you ready? Listen and repeat. Plumber. Lawyer. Actor. Conductor. Scientist. Psychologist. Librarian. Electrician. Accountant. Chef. Excellent, well done. If you can think of any other jobs, where would you put them? Teacher. Boom. Doctor. Can you think of any others? Good. Now, the final thing today, continuing with our topic of work, is talking about what you do, talking about your job. So here, can I put it up here? Let me see if I move this a little. Ha-ha! Perfect. So here we have 7 sentences talking about what you do. So talking about your job. But in each sentence, prepositions are missing. Okay? So I'm going to hold this here for 1 minute. Can you complete the 7 sentences with the correct preposition? What do you think? Okay, you have 1 minute. Go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers then. Oh, if I can reach round. So, we'll start with number 1. I work for a multinational company. Who do you work for? Do you work for Sargas? Number 2, I work as a manager. So, I work for and your company. I work as and your job. I work as a teacher. Number 3, I'm in charge of the marketing department. So I'm in charge of is your responsibilities. Okay, I'm in charge of first certificates and advanced classes, for example. I work in a factory. I work in to talk about the place. Okay, I work in an academy. Number 5, I'm responsible for customer loans. Now, another phrase the same as I'm responsible for is I'm in charge of. They're the same meaning. Okay? I'm at school or university. I'm not at school or university anymore. And the final one, number 7, I'm in my 3rd year. This not only is for school and university, but also for your work. I'm in my 10th year at the academy. Okay, fairly simple? Excellent. Well, that's the end of today's class all about work. So the only thing left is to give you your homework. All right. So I would like you to write me a paragraph or 2, if you'd like, about your job. Okay. Try to use some of the vocabulary and the expressions that we've done in today's class. Okay. And that's it. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend, guys. See you next week.